if you could walk me through an interpretation you might have up to and then maybe like right.
Ultimately, what inspires me is that I believe in the power of theater.
I could be anyone I wanted to be and tell any story that I wanted to tell. The power in that is amazing.
Whether they're important because they're initiating conversations that the community needs to have, or just because someone's like smiling for the first time they had a terrible day, right? Like, theater is so impactful and in ways that we really can't even fathom.
We're paying to go watch these people live a life, tell a story. And I remember sitting there thinking, I was like, oh my God, I want to be able to like make someone feel what I'm feeling right now.
Theater was one of the first places where I had someone believe in me and my worth. I want to open those spaces because I think it is my responsibility to give other people the opportunity that I was given. I just know that there's a place in the theater for me, and I want to make sure that everybody knows that there is a place in the theater for them, and ultimately, like, in the world.
Leave me and land. Leave me and land. And the voice kind of travels in an arc, and there it is. And there it is.
At a very young age, I learned that you're not going to be good at anything unless you train, unless you really place yourself in circumstances where you're going to learn. And so that's something that we're trying to instill in our students. There's performance, and that's the largest of our groups. We have designers, so there are set designers, costume designers, lighting designers, sound designers. The Dramaturgy program, of course, is the most recent addition to this school. And then we have stage managers. We have the capacity to be flexible and to be diverse about our programming so that students can study the aspects of theater that they really want to study.
I always say that we could like start a theater company if we wanted, because there's just right after graduation, because we know so many parts of the theater and just the facets, and I think that we're well-rounded theater artists in general rather than just what our specific emphasis is.
You're always learning, and even when you think you're not learning, there's always something else to learn.
I feel like it's two types of diversity, right? Like diversity of the people here and the diversity of the curriculum we have. College is the time to learn so many things that you never thought that you would question.
I got out of the car and like right away I was like, this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
Like I just knew. Everything was just beautiful. And so I was really sold on the university right away. And then I came and interviewed with the School of Drama, and just seeing all the shops and seeing all the students like hanging out and working on shows and stuff, it was really cool.
It offered a 4-year university-style campus and kind of feel, but with conservatory-style training.
You have to take a lot of outside electives, and I like the fact that I've had the opportunity to bring that into our classes and our class discussions.
The fact that I can literally design like any type of theater that I want to, I felt so supported by everyone, and they like really encouraged me to use my voice.
We're trying to teach people what they need to know. We're trying to create circumstances where they can feel free to take risks and fail and learn from their failures. And we're also creating circumstances where they really understand what it means to be in a professional world and in professional circumstances.
I've been challenged in ways I couldn't even imagine being here, just as a person and as an actor. It's not easy, and I don't think they paint it out to be easy here.
From the very first moment I ever stepped into a theater, like intentionally, it's the community. There's always someone, especially here, that wants to support you and wants to help you.
Blythe, who's a very famous dramaturg, has this quote: "If you were to cut open the play with a knife, it will bleed me."
I could not do it like without these people by my side. I'm not kidding. Like, as a performer, you need lights to be seen. You need a stage manager to tell you when to enter. You need a dramaturg to make sure you're doing justice to the piece.
The more people are working together in the kind of vigorous and all hours program that we have here, the more they're doing that with people who are unlike themselves, the more they're going to learn about themselves and about the world.
It keeps me moving to see that theater can empower people. I am inspired by the change that is happening. Diversity is just growing and people are reclaiming the spaces, and that drives me.
I have never wanted to do anything else with my life. Sparking imagination in other people and telling stories for other people is something that I've wanted to do for as long as I can remember.
This is a place that supports and challenges and teaches. It's a place that really, really pushes people so they can figure out how they can be the best artists that they can be.
When you leave here after 4 years, you're gonna miss the people you were working with, you're gonna miss this community, and you're gonna miss the art that you created here. This is the one that most feels like home.